Ethan Taylor, fresh off a Midnight Madness visit to East Lansing, Michigan, where he was treated like a king at Michigan State. Ethan Taylor chants echoing out from the Izzone, and he was up on stage with the team and the coach at the campout site. They make all the Izzone members camp out to earn their tickets for the year. Anyways, they rolled out the green carpet for Ethan Taylor. That is something that if you are kind of the prized possession recruit on a visit like that, you absolutely feel the love, and Michigan State does it really well. I've seen it with my own eyes. Anyways, coming off that trip to East Lansing, Ethan Taylor was still expected to visit Kentucky and still have quite a few other big name schools throwing lots of money at him to choose from. Well, we have a development here. He has canceled his upcoming visit to Kentucky. Per Jacob Polachek, friend of the show, KSR, Ethan Taylor is no longer considering Kentucky 24 hours after wrapping up his visit to Michigan State. Now, you could conclude, based off of context clues, that he's canceling his Kentucky visit because, however, his Michigan State visit has convinced him he's ready to make a decision. That would be reasonable context clues to make. A lot of Michigan State fans seems like they jumped all over this. We're getting Ethan Taylor. Will say one of the most reliable Michigan State reporters that we have, covers recruiting all the time for 24/7, Justin Thind, friend of the program, did tweet, quote, "I've been told nothing is a done deal here. This development just indicates that Ethan Taylor feels he has enough decision or enough data to make a choice and will now enter decision making mode." Before I throw it to the man who's staring the camera dead in the eyes and nodding quickly, I do want to provide the Indiana side of things because while we have Michigan State reporting that nothing's a done deal, but we feel pretty good, and Kentucky reporting, he's gone, he's not ours anymore, it's not happening. This was what Eric Bossi shared in Indiana circles. I'm going to read it word for word. Last I knew, this was from this morning. Last I knew, there was a chance the Kentucky visit would end up canceled. I also think there have been some NIL offers that are in a territory that Indiana isn't going to want to match. Taylor recruitment seems to be shifting after being kind of easy to read as Kansas or Indiana. It seems to be one where everybody has a different opinion of what is happening. I'm trying to sort through it all myself. That's the Indiana side of things. Basically, we're all confused, but there's a big price tag that we won't match. Without further ado, Carter Elliott, what is happening here?
Well, a couple places to go. I didn't know we were jumping on all schools right away, so I'll go in order of relevancy, in my opinion. Mark Pope Lockard, that for sure happened. To not even get a visit from Ethan Taylor directly coming off our visit, like the horse races, the family, the FaceTimes, all that wasn't enough to even give you the decency to show up. Crazy. Not a good look, especially for like, supposedly great offense, big man, dribble handoffs. I guess not everyone wants to be Amari Williams in today's day and age. Hopefully you do well with Jaden Quaintance as he breaks records for his rehab in repairing his ACL in times that has never been seen before while adding 40 pounds to his body. That's good. That's good to see. Also, I want to make sure I got everything and the facts correct on this one. Indiana wants him. They're in the realm, but the checks are bouncing.
Indiana, who it has been reported per their own insiders, does not have top 10 money right now.
Like
Says
By Indiana insiders or just normal inside or just
by
insiders.
Indiana insiders.
So the people who cover the team and look at it through a lens of positivity for the most part are saying the checks are
Say that
bouncing.
they don't have top 10 money. That's different than not having money. That's not, we have no money. That's, we don't have top 10 money.
Got
Okay?
it.
That's
Got it.
different levels to that.
Got it. And the only reason I bring that up is because there's a lot of laughter coming at my way about, Matt Ishbia not doing this, but like, well, Mark Cuban didn't cut y'all off this quarter. Mark Cuban's accountant forgot to write y'all a little check, a little extra something on to get Ethan Taylor. I digress.
Card, I have to
Um,
spoil something for you. I'm sorry, but I do have to spoil this. If the price tag's too high for Indiana, it's too high for someone else in this conversation too.
oh no, no, that's definitely something to bring up here. But it's we're going against other people in that like cash realm kind of argument. We're outbidding Indiana. That's crazy to me. If we're outbidding Indiana, then
I don't
y'all are
think that's an
actually
accurate
poor.
read. I don't think that's the interpretation here. No one has reported that. It's just a different silo who is not reporting on what's happening at Michigan State is reporting the price tag is higher than what Indiana can pay. That means Oregon and Oklahoma.
Did you see the Trilly stuff though?
Maybe I haven't seen it all. I thought I've seen it all.
Trilly said that our offer was more than Indiana's. Indiana's got butt problems.
Trilly said Michigan State's offer is higher than Indiana's for Ethan Taylor.
But isn't that
More competitive than Indiana, which that's
That's
higher,
higher.
right?
If that's what's written, that's higher. I need to see that with my own eyes before I believe that.
With that said, we're not worried. Like I said, we're not worried
Well,
about
can you send
Kentucky.
me that? Because if that's real,
Yeah,
I'd like you to send me that.
for sure, I can do that. With that said,
Like right now, before the video ends, so I can like admit that this is real if it's real.
oh, got you.
al-
Okay,
also,
so
while you're sending that card, isn't you guys having a higher offer than Indiana just like the richest person on unemployment essentially?
well, that's the thing. Like if it comes down to money, and I mean y'all saw this, the offer from Oregon is so big that it's making Ethan Taylor, who doesn't even probably want to even consider Oregon, have to consider it because it's that amount of money.
Also,
Right.
reportedly, Oklahoma is also offering huge money. So I don't think
Yeah.
it's just Oregon that's like, here's a crazy bag. It's not like for a topical, timely comparison, it's not like the Saudi Comedy Fest where they're just like, hey, come do this. You have to. The money's that much. It's not like there's one Saudi Comedy Fest. There's a second terroristic comedy fest right now, Porter Mosier, who's like, we'll also pay you big money.
Would that make Michigan State's money like Firefest, essentially?
That
It's
might be
kind
Indiana. Michigan State might be like Kill Tony,
Kill Tony's crazy.
like a little YouTube show that can make a hit maker before they go to Saturday Night Live.
Right. That's neither here or there.
Oh, you sent me the video or the picture.
Yeah,
Da-da-da. This is not. This is just not a screenshot from a Trilly Discord.
but it's a report directly from it.
This is a screenshot from a text with an unnamed person with no name on it. So Cart's just making shit up.
I mean, it's right there.
Who's the text from, Cart? It ain't Trilly, and you said it was Trilly.
No, but that came directly from Trilly. That came from Trilly's Discord.
To who? Who's texting you unnamed?
That I can't reveal.
Okay. All right. All
of
right.
gotta be Ralph.
One of the pristine. I mean, honestly, it's not even that. It's just someone in Trilly's Discord.
Why do we
Are
sign
either of
up
y'all
to
in
do
it?
shorts with all three of us, man? This is gonna be a mess the rest of the night. Okay, let me try and reset us as host here. As fun as this is, let's just I'm gonna steer a little bit. And let my
Can I reset it actually?
Fine.
Because I feel like I set the tone by doing the whole staring and joking thing, so I want to go hand up here. That's on me. But it was kind of funny with Mark Pope getting his visit canceled. It's interesting to me though because I guess I'm still of the belief that Kentucky was gonna get an elite big. I'm also of the belief that Kentucky or that Indiana is gonna land one of these big fish. Now, I know they're in for Ethan Taylor. They're trying to get Latrell Allman. That's not looking good currently, I don't think. They're also I think in a good spot for Thompson. I don't know. I haven't seen any updates on him right now, but I feel like they think they're in a good spot for Thompson.
Ohio State or Indiana is what I've heard.
Okay, so like I mean, I think they're gonna land one of these big guys. And all accounts, like you stated, the Michigan State thing went well with Ethan Taylor. I think that there are schools that are gonna outbid Michigan State, but I think we could say that's with every Michigan State player, recruit, whatever you want to say. We are probably any player that we get could probably get more money elsewhere. It's just the fact that, you want to convince them to come play at Michigan State, or if the difference isn't that big, being in the realm could probably get you to that point. It sounds like we are, at least, I don't know if you want to describe what the actual realm is or what that might be, but it seems like we're somewhat in the realm of some other schools outside of Oregon, I
Do
would
you know the
say.
realm? Because I don't know the realm.
I'm assuming it's 1 million.
And we think Michigan State's offering 1 million to a high schooler.
No, 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 no. That which is what I would ask you. What's the cutoff for realm?
You're the one using the word realm. I mean, look, my interpretation from all of this before and after the Michigan State visit has been that Michigan State's pitch is the same pitch they make to everyone ever. Don't come here if you're about the money. Come here if you're about the chance you just heard from our entire student section when they're supposed to be watching Cohen Carr dunk.
Hmm.
Now, I don't blame the Michigan State students for turning their attention away from Divine Ugachukwu outplaying their point guard in the scrimmage and instead focusing on the five-star freshman who's there. I would want some new talent in too if I'm an his own member right now. However, I think there is a piece of noteworthy news here that I can't neglect any longer, even if I want to downplay it. This sounds like the first recruitment that is being reported Michigan State has a competitive offer. Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Mm, that's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned 2. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girls' sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that. But honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy, love his wife. Love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more. I've never heard the words competitive offer thrown around with Michigan State for a 5-star freshman in the NIL era. So if that is even if that's not real, I'm not saying it's not real. Even if it's not real, if the perception is that Michigan State's offer is in the realm, that's a win for Tom Izzo and Michigan State. And by all accounts, this seems like they've been crushing it and they're a very real contender. Now, it would still scare me, and I'm going to throw it to Dion just a moment. It would still scare me that non-Michigan State sources here are basically reporting we have no idea. Like for Bossy's report to be like, everyone's hearing different things.
Hmm.
Once again, that's not good. But at bare minimum, Michigan State is like a very serious contender. And obviously, if Thind is hearing they're the team to beat, I mean, this wouldn't be the first time Thind has heard they're a team to beat. But it's a good sign. Dion, what do you think of all this?
Man, I think on October 6th at 9:34 p.m. Eastern, I think Michigan State is the team to beat. I think G, you and I did a video like that's already on the channel where I said Ethan Taylor feels like someone whose recruitment's going to go on and on and on, and someone's going to put like a major bid in. And I think that's where Michigan State's it's gonna get a little interesting for them. But I think at the moment they're the team to beat. I haven't had a chance to do this on the channel in a long time, so I do want to say this. Ethan Taylor, poor decision maker. We don't cancel visits. We take all free visits possible. And even if it is Kentucky, we go on visits. And you should have let Mark Pope buy you lunch, dinner, breakfast, so on and so forth in Lexington for a few days.
Yes. I think Cart, you would even agree with that. Do you really want to recruit that doesn't even go to Kentucky when they have a chance to go to Kentucky? That doesn't seem like something you'd normally sign up for.
Yeah, it's an odd decision, but I don't know. I'm more so focused on the fact that I don't know. I can't believe that Pope is getting visits canceled. for recruits like that. That's crazy to me. It's Kentucky. Like people cancel visits to a lot of schools. You don't cancel visits to Kentucky. It's Kentucky.
I mean, their visits have been canceled. They've had so many visits
They,
canceled.
they, they've had rescheduled visits, but like this was a cancellation. And did you see the quotes from Ethan Taylor?
I just read I'm no longer considering Kentucky. What
Yeah,
he said.
he canceled it and he left nothing up to chance. He's like, yeah, I canceled it because I'm not going there. Like
I
he
mean that's not like a mean statement. That's just
No, it's not a
I'm
mean
not going
statement, but I'm
there.
saying like usually with the cancellation type process, it's like, we can't make it for A, B, and C reason. That's the reason we're doing it. He just like came out right away. It's like, yeah, because I'm not
Car's
going to
cracking me
Kentucky.
up. You're right, but Car's just cracking like. Did you hear the quote? Not only is he canceling his visit, he said I'm not going there. Like that.
Because you don't
There,
see that. People don't cancel visits and then just straight up come out and say, like, yeah, it's because I'm not considering going there.
I mean, they cancel visits and like drop a team from a list. That's an obvious thing. Caleb Holt did that with Auburn this week. Like I feel like the writing was on the wall with or without the quote. But I get what you're saying. It's a development. It's a real
I
development.
like the writing on paper.
It's a real development for sure. So let's. You said it, Dan. October 6th, 9:36 p.m. right now. Where does Ethan Taylor go? Round the horn.
Michigan State.
Oregon.
Are you serious? After all this positive smoke, you actually think it's Oregon?
Yeah, I have a hard time believing kids turn down that amount of money nowadays.
But
Do,
competitive offer.
What the competitive word is, what does that mean?
I need you to tell me that. I feel like it's your team. You're friends with the reporters who are reporting it. Can you
Would
give us
would
that?
you go somewhere else if they gave you 250,000 more dollars?
how much am I getting from the one that has 250,000 less?
You said what?
How much am I getting from the school that's offering less? Because 0 to 250,000 is different than like 2.5 mil to 2.75 mil.
See, that's maybe why I can't be a part of these conversations. That's the same amount. 0 to 250, one like that's the same amount. 250K is a difference of a 250K.
No, because
250K and zero are the same. Is that what you just
I'm
said?
saying that distance is the same, whether it's 0 to 250K, whether it's 1,000 to 1250, like that's the same difference of 250K.
no, because one is life changing, the other is just my taxes.
See, once again, I can't equate with that. And from the what I can't also I really want to know what competitive means in this case because before this, it's like the top 5 star level recruits are getting 7 figures. Like 1 million is what they are most likely getting to start. Um
There's
and
levels to
apparently
that though.
yeah, but like apparently like Oregon's offer was so crazy that like it even caught him off guard, which
That's what I'm
which has
saying.
me thinking that it's something stupid.
Well, because let's just number speculate for a minute. I agree with you in general. Like the top 10 players are getting around 1 million, but also there's levels to top 10 players because,
Hmm.
for example, Josiah Jervis is not a top 10 player. Josiah Jervis reportedly has $1 million offer right now.
Hmm.
So there are players outside the top 10 that are getting 1 million. There are players within the top 10 that are getting a lot more than 1 million.
Hmm.
AJ Debonta, Darren Peterson, the best of the best are getting way more than 1 million and
Right.
endorsement deals to come with it. I would assume Caleb Wilson at North Carolina is getting a lot more than 1 million. That would be my guess from things I've heard. I think every Kentucky player is getting more than 1 million. Jasper Johnson, Malachi Moreno are getting more than 1 million, I would assume. Those aren't top 5 players in the class. So, yeah, to me, if Josiah Jervis is $1 million player, Ethan Taylor, in theory, is at least that. And if the offer's crazy, I would think that means multi-million. Like on
Right.
the table, there's multiple millions. Do you think that's the right read on the situation, Cart?
Yeah, I do. Which is why I can't get in line with the competitive portion of it. Because in my if I everything I'm hearing, I only think that maybe 2 players are making 1 million on Michigan State. I think it's only one.
Fears?
No,
Kohler?
I think it's only Cohen.
Cohen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cohen's getting my dog.
And I
Love
think
him.
it's barely 1 million, if that. So it's like that's it, and like I'm pretty sure that we lost Darius Adams because we refused to pay him more than the highest paid player on the team. So like, how is it competitive then?
How now we're going real off on a tangent. How much was Cohen making before Trey Holloman left?
Oh, I don't know.
Wasn't a million, was it?
Mm-mm.
And then he suddenly is making a million after Trey Holloman left, isn't he?
Probably needed some more to keep him.
I no one's everyone's been mad at me when I've laid out the situation the way I've laid it out, but that's my actual understanding is that after Trey Holloman was like, I want to play and make money, I'm leaving. Michigan State scrambled and was like, we're not losing Cohen too. Which is power to you. That's impressive. But that makes me wondering what does competitive mean for Michigan State? If we think Oregon's offering 2 million for Ethan Taylor, I mean 1 million for a freshman would be something Izzo's never done. But I
Yeah,
would I would think that has to be competitive, right? You have to be at 7 figures.
yeah, I think so, which is why I can't.
Is the Ishbia money here?
No.
Did Dan
Well,
Gilbert do this?
well, it is, but it's in the tennis courts or something.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't know. I'm intrigued. All right. So Cart says Oregon, and he actually means Oregon.
Yeah, or if I think that Oregon's offer is close to $2 million, and if it is, then I think he's a duck.
Oregon has a lot to pay for, though. They're trying to get Tyron. They just got Taj Ariza, so they might run out of money before it comes time to sign Ethan Taylor's checks. Dion, you got anything else?
How much do you think Tyron's getting if Ethan Taylor's getting two? Because like I'm pro players making a
6.
whole bunch of money, but like I feel like this Ethan Taylor getting 2 million is crazy.
I like Ethan
Yeah,
Taylor.
it is, but also Oregon might know they're not getting like they probably have offers out to both, and if Tyron was the commit, to be like, well, Ethan, we got a little bit tied up here, pal. We're gonna have to cut that offer.
I just want to note I love Ethan Taylor and Josiah Jervis, and I think they're worth every penny, every single penny that any school will pay them. In fact, I think my school should pay them more
Deal.
than every school is paying them. So,
Facts.
okay. All right. Dion says Michigan State. Carter says Oregon. I will say this, the ominous element of this as we approach the finish line is not even that Oregon's dropping a huge bag, because to hear like, oh, Oregon wants him and he doesn't want to go there, that's one thing. Now that people are also saying Oklahoma also offered a bag, body language PhD tells me he's listening. If we're hearing about multiple offers from multiple random schools, that tells me there's a tension there.
Last thing though, even if he's not listening, someone's listening.
But,
Hashtag camps.
but flip side correlation, if he was actually listening for the money, wouldn't he go to Kentucky? Because if a player wanted to drive up the offer, you go to Kentucky and at least present yourself as considering Kentucky. That's the answer. I just solved it. He's going to Michigan State.
Because if it was about money, he would go to Kentucky.
He would be at Kentucky this weekend, even if he didn't want to go to Kentucky, driving up the number.
I'm glad we went through this exercise and all my bullshit for you to get to that point because that's completely correct.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Your center's name's Ethan.